Hello everyone, welcome to this Wisernotify review. Today I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know about Wisernotify, and as always, if you do have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. I'll also be leaving a discount link in the description of this video so that you can always get your money's worth for Wisernotify. So Wisernotify is something that allows you to create notifications on your website known as social proof notifications, and what these are is it's in the name, they are proof of your size and your social aspect of your business. So it could display how many people are on your website at one time. It could display if somebody's just bought a product from your website and all things like this, so that people visiting can gain trust in what you do. So here we are on the main dashboard, and we're able to go and add our notifications. We're able to implement it with all of our websites and stuff like that. And then we have the option to add notifications. We have settings, data. We can integrate it with specific things. We can view reports on the analytics, visitors and goals, and there are also some video guides at the bottom that we'll go through as well. So here we are under the performance, and we don't have anything here at the moment, but what this will show us is the overall performance of notifications and how many people have seen it and how many people have interacted after seeing that notification. So for example, you'll be able to see in the last 24 hours, the last week, month, and you can also set a custom date as well. And you're also able to sort by how many live visits you've got, recent sales, recent conversions, review count, conversion count, review, limited stock, all of these different things, so that you can get a really good idea of how people are finding your website, how many people are looking at the notifications and then making an action depending on having seen that, all things like that will basically make it evident why people are buying stuff and whether these notifications are actually helping. So if I were to hit add notification at the top, this is the page it will bring us to. We're able to see whether we want a sales social proof, we want a conversion, maybe a review, social media, live view account, a video, or limited stock. So one thing that people would, everyone can really get their head around would be a live view account. So for example, if we wanted to see a live visits, a single visit, or recently viewed count, let's do this one. We'll do live visits, and we can hit see designs. Now this is where we can look through all the different ones that we've got, but we're going to go ahead and select this one here and hit the add button. Now once we've done this, we can name it live visits, and you can enter your website URL, and when you're ready, you will have to put one in. So I put google.com in there, and we can hit create and customize, and this will basically show us all the information that we need to know. So for example, at the bottom we've got 100 buyers are online now, and in this configuration area we're able to configure the text to basically make it sound exactly how we want it to. We can configure the icon. As you can see, we can change the icon if we want to a different thing that we've got on our computer. You're able to do the position and the animation of particular things. You're able to look at the shape and the border. You can change the shape of how big things are. You can also make, as you can see at the bottom here, it's not in the greatest, but if we switch to dark mode, you can basically make it so that you can see how, curved the corners are and stuff like that. You also have background and shadow, so you're able to add a horizontal shadow if you want to, a vertical shadow or shadow blur onto your things. You basically make it look really nice, so you don't really have to have something that, is not really, it's very thematic, I think is the best way to put it. You can make it really fit your website and the overall design language of your website and make sure that it looks really good and doesn't look out of place. You also have the option to see whether the notification is clickable or not, and you can set a redirect URL so that anybody that does click on this, pop-up, it will take them to a specific area. It could be a sales page, it could be anything you really want that is linked to that website. Then you have data and timing, so you're able to display all the timing of the visitors and stuff like that. So display whilst 1 hour records, and you're able to do it anywhere from 1 minute to 24 hours, and obviously hide if visitors are less than 1. So if you want a specific amount of visitors being shown on your website, you can show people that you have like maybe 10 at a time, but anything less than 10 and you don't want to show people that you've got that little amount of customers, you don't have to show them. So it's a really great way of basically letting people see truthfully, but also hiding when maybe things aren't as popular as you might want them to be. But once you're done, you can hit the continue button, and this will take you to a page where you're able to select pages to display the notifications on. So you can have them for all pages, you can have them for pages when the URL condition matches. You can also select different websites, so you can display it on multiple different places if you wanted it to, but as you can see, displaying notification on below websites, just google.com at the moment. And then you also have segmentations, so you're able to do specific targeting options, so you can do it based on which country you're in, returning visitors will only see them, stuff like that. And there are short video tutorials in order to have another little in-depth look about how to actually do these a little bit more effectively. Then all you do is hit finish, and that will have done it, and you can hit yes, turn it on. Now there we have it. that is what we have. We have the live visits and we have it all related to our website. We have the option to go into the edit notification button, create clone, analytics, diagnose configuration, create variants, and check details. So everything there is good. You're also able to manage notification settings. So you have stuff like this where you're able to sort of show when the things, displaying, see who's going to see it, stuff like that. You can also drag these up and down, so you can set notification display orders in loop, stuff like that. Then you have customized pixel settings. So if for some reason it can't read the default information that you've got, you can basically do it automatically and manually for you. Private and GDPR, you can basically ask for cookies and stuff like that, and tracking, stuff like that. You have third-party analytics, so you can send stuff to external analytics websites. And then you have, a profanity filter, stuff like that. A few settings that you might want to mess with your notification. You also have a data tab where it has a form where you're able to see all of the data that is gathered from obviously having people look at it, how many clicks, stuff like that, any purchases that you've got, where the purchases were from, what country the people originated from, everything like that. It can be displayed in the data tab. So for example, you've got first name, last name, purchase, source, data capture page, location, date in action, and you're also able to sort by all of these functions as well. You also have a plethora of integration sources. You have all of these. You can view ones that you've personally installed. We haven't done that, but you can look at all the apps, or you can obviously categorize them into marketing, page builder. You've got reviews, booking, custom, social, everything like that. So you can have all of these different things. You can have a TikTok follower, it will pop up, an Instagram post, it will pop up on the website. Anything like these you can have as a notification on your website to show people, obviously, social proof that you are who you say you are and that people are purchasing from your website. Under reports, you have a very simple but also effective use of an analytics page. So you can see how many visitors you've got, how many hovers, clicks, impressions, stuff like that, engagement. And then you have a nice little chart to see how many people are doing what at a specific time, everything like that. You also have visitors where you can look at all the different visitors that you've got, host name, location, when they were last seen, what they did. You can sort of see how people are interacting with your website, whether they're actually choosing to make a purchase or whether they're sticking around and stuff like that. And you're also able to set goals. So goals that you want to reach over a period of time. Maybe you want to reach a certain amount of people actually visiting your website, and this is where you can do that very effectively, very easily. But that is more or less it for Wisernotify. So why might people want to use something like Wisernotify? And after I've answered this, I'm going to be telling you whether I think that it's worth it or whether I think it's not. So people might want to use Wisernotify. When you have a startup brand, it's really difficult to actually get trust and relationships built with customers, and a lot of the time that will require a big social media following or reviews and stuff like that. But as we know, typically only 10% of people will actually leave a review on an item. One of the sort of things that you can go to is if you see an item and you see how many reviews it's got, usually it's approximately 10%. If you times that by 10, that would be how many times it's actually been purchased. So that's a nice little statistic that you might be able to think of. But then again, you have to have that 10%. And if you have 100 people, you'll only have 10 reviews. And people look at 10 reviews and go, this isn't something I really want to buy. So being able to show people actual proof of people visiting your website without them having to do anything is a really great way. And that is one of the reasons why I would definitely recommend Wisernotify, because having that ability to communicate trust and communicate proof of your actual legitimacy, but without having any input from external customers, is a great thing. And also the simplicity of actually setting it all up also just adds to the reason why I've got to recommend this software. But thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.